Echo here, welcome to a brand new series on Resonant Raz. Ooh, it's Resonant Raz 1.7.10. I am out in a little boat in the sea, floating around. Look at this place behind me, it looks lovely. This is where my base is. Now, before I get in there, I'll do a bit of babbling. I started playing last night. I did a video last night. I was real tired and I did what 25 minutes and I watched it back this morning. It was rubbish. I was getting everything wrong. I made item filters to go in machines where they're for conduits. I was making a mess of everything. I love this place. Look at this. I've got a nice little cove I found here. Look at the map. Spawn was over there. I've died loads. I'll list some of my death points on here. Look, there we go. I'll take them off now. Now I'm here. Off. There was 3 deaths I had last night. Oh shit, it's creepers. I've had a death from creepers. I've had a couple of deaths from creepers. The server was set on hard mode, and we've got a thing called Blood Moon, and it was causing the TPS to really drop. So I think Dave set it to medium, to normal mode for the time being, to see if that's see if that'll sort all the TPS issues when the Blood Moon happens. So anyway, I was on last night. I've done a little bit. I've made some things, but I'm going to talk through what I've made. I've only made basic stuff. And I'm going to make a proper start now. I'm going to do my first episode. I've made a little place on there. I don't like the look of it, if I'm being honest. I was trying to go with like a dockside, a waterside quay. I've built a little pontoon thing, a little pier, if you will. So I don't like the look of it either. Don't crash in and break my boat, you son of a... And what I'm going to do is, when I get into this a little bit more, I'm going to get one of the Buildcraft builders. I'm going to pinch that boat. I'm going to copy that boat and I'll put that boat in here. So I'm going to have a little pirate ship docked outside my little thing here. I plan to build on these hills all around the edge. I'm going to put a bridge across. I'll build up there. I want to have there's something up there, look. What's that up there? There's a little structure. I'll have to go have a look at that. I shall check that out next time I cut camera. So here we go. Anyway, here's my little base. It's been a bit rough. If I put F1 back on, you'll see that I've got hardly no hats. I've got hardly no food. I'm going to start by talking through what I've been up to. I've mostly been mining and I've mostly been building this base. Oh shit. Oh no. That was horrific. Oh dear. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? I think I've just moved my bed as well. Oh, son of an absolute bitch. Oh, we've got that thing going on as well, where you fall through the floor when you log in. Right, my bed was missing. Of course it was. I've just changed my bed from a vanilla one to a carpenter's one, and then I slept in my sleeping bag and not the bed. I need to make a boat, get back over there. I suppose I'll talk to you while we go over there. Some really nice big trees everywhere. I don't know if it's a mod on the big trees. There's loads of mods in this. I'm really happy with the mod selection we've got. I'm going to do this Let's Play a little bit different to what I normally do. Normally I cannot cover every mod in the pack. We've got 200 mods, even in the last Resonant Raz, which was season 2, I believe. In the last, was it season? Well, this is Resonant Raz 3, season 1. I think last was Resonant Raz 2, season... I forgot. In that, I was covered tech and magic. What I'm going to do is, my single player that I'm running at the minute is on the Direwolf 20 pack. I've got quite a bit of magic in that, but I'm kind of going a bit more tech. I'm going to go big reactors and go like do some really big reactors and stuff. For this, I'm going to be a bit more focused. I'm going to concentrate on the 1.7.10 magic mods. I believe that's one of my gravestones when I first logged in. It is, look. I don't think there's anything in there. But, yeah, I'll leave it there. This is spawns horrific when it's night. When I logged on, it was dark, it was raining, and I was uploading, so my ping was terrible. So I had a torrid time. Why? Can I not? Have I crashed? Why you no work, crafting bench? Because you're in spawn. You can see there's a crafting bench in spawn. I know it's got spawn protection on. If you break a tree, it comes back. So anyway, my plan for this playthrough is I'm going to be like a witchy hunter type of thing. I'm going to be a mage who hunts down witches, and I'm going to hunt down NPC witches and persecute them for their witchy ways. And if there's any player witches, I know Koyanti's got well into it before, I may have to arrest them and show them the error of the ways. I'm not sure. We've got loads of people on the server. Look at that, that's cool. Got loads of people on the server. I'm on my own at the minute, but there's Kieran, Dave, Koyanti, Sice, Vagrim, Askidiara. There's loads of people. I'm sure Poppy will be coming back as well. I hope Poppy's coming back. So there's loads of people, and there's loads of people I don't know as well. So it's really cool. I can use this one. Don't know what was wrong with that one over there. There we go, and I'll keep that because I'm tight. Because I've got Yorkshire blood, means I have to keep that as well. Come here, you. Right, where's my boat? As if I got. Right, I guess I need to change my change my little pontoon there so it doesn't murder me when I go into it. So yeah, things I want to concentrate on: Thaumcraft and all its void stuff that I've not really got into much. We've got a really cool couple of void Thaumcraft add-ons. There's of course there's Forbidden Magic that I've played with before in the previous Resonant Raz, which has got some really cool stuff. And some really cool crossover stuff that does Thaumcraft. It's got the Thermic Cake as well, which is really cool. Everlasting Cake that regens. It's got the crossover stuff with Blood Magic. I'm not sure if that's Ars Magica. So we've got Ars Magica. I don't plan to be doing a lot of Ars Magica, to be honest. Tainted Blood Shard, eh? Interesting. So Forbidden Magic's really cool. Another one that I'm really excited about is one called Automagi. Automagi adds loads of. Let me keep going in that direction while I'm babbling. Automagi adds loads of redstone stuff for Thaumcraft. It's got a remote comparator. It's got these red crystals, amplified red crystals, and resonating ones. Really cool stuff. Mercurial red crystal. Really looking forward to using this. I don't think it's fully enabled yet, but I think it's got. I know there's some integration with AE with that. I think at some point the plan is for you to be able to do a full sorting system using Thaumcraft. So that's kind of why I want to do a Magica one. Of course, I'm going to be using Blood Magic, and I'm going to be using Botania. So Thaumcraft, Blood Magic, Botania are my three main mods and their add-ons. And I will be using other mods as well, but I won't be doing a lot of stuff. Like I've got a sag mill and an alloy smelter, so I'm using Ender IO a bit. I'll be using stuff for spawning and stuff like that. I'll be using thermal expansion for energy cells and stuff like that. I want to get my RF power through Botania. You can fire mana bursts through a crystal that produces RF, things like that. So I don't want to use big reactors or anything like that. So I don't want a heavy RF builds, if you know what I mean. So that's my plan anyway. I hope you like it. There's, of course, with a mod pack this size, you have choices. You don't have to use every mod, and that's what I'm doing a little bit different. I want to go along the path. I want to go on the line of this is what you could do if you wanted to do a Magic-y play, if you know what I mean, of the Resonant Raz 3 mod pack. I wonder what that is in that tree. It's like a beehive of some kind, but I don't know. There's a pirate ship I'm going to copy. I just sort of have to build it myself. I'm going to copy it, then use carpenter's blocks to pretty it up as like the flag. I'm guessing that's just black wool and white wool. I'm going to use the Buildcraft builder to get a copy of that boat and park it into my little cove down here. It's going to be night time when I get back. I'm going to die again. At least I got my my health back, but it's not the best, not the ideal way of getting your health back, is it? Right then, I need to show you what I've done in my base, just to let you know. I'm not happy with how the base looks. I think I want to do it with bricks rather than chiseled stone. I shall be doing, again, if you're watching my other current series, if you're not watching it, if you're watching this at a later date from when it went out, is the Direwolf 1.7.10 Direwolf 20 mod pack of the FTB launcher. So where I've got a big power plant, and in that I'm doing quite a bit of blood magic in that as well. But I've got bricks and clay being made through Botania, and I'm going to do that again. I'm going to be duplicating some of the things because I want to build with bricks and hardened clay. Oh, I was miles away from that. What? The night times are horrific. I came out my door a bit back and there was an Ars Magic elemental just down there, and every time I walked out of either of my doors, it just lightning bolted me. The son of a bitch. So that was a lot of fun. I'm probably going to lose a lot of my gear. Yeah, I've got no magnet, and no magnet makes things really difficult. Right, give me my gear. Hopefully I've got all my gear there. So because I'm not going really techie, I've been using osmiums to make pickaxes and axes and stuff, because I don't plan to be using mechanism. Even though I like mechanism, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of mods I like. Right, I'm going to actually use my bed rather than just ignoring it. Before I use it, let's make it pretty. What should we have? Too loud. Ooh, I think I like that. That's like from Clockwork Orange or something. I have to go with the Clockwork Orange one. Oops. There we go. Nice 70s wallpaper. Lovely. Right, now I'll actually sleep in my bed. We've got this Morpheus mod on, which is really cool. There's more than one person on, so you see earlier the arrow was on. If there's more than one person on, you only need 50% of the people to sleep for the night to pass. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Right, I've actually slept in my bed. As you can see, I've got ender lily seeds. So my base, real basic. I've just got spruce wood and chiseled spruce wood and chiseled stone bricks. I've got 2 little levels. I've got like a bedroom area here. I hit an enderman. I'm going to talk to you about these garage doors in a minute. I'm going to put some cows in there. I was going to do that on camera just to show you where I've got the cows from. I've got a chest with some magic-y items in there. Nothing else down here. I've got a drop down to the lava level down there, and I've got a water block there, so I can just drop down like I normally do. And then up on the upper level, I've got this area which I'm going to be starting doing some magic research in, and now this area which is my little tech room. So I made a couple of things. I made a couple of survivalist generators. These are really cool because they're quite cheap to make, just vanilla stuff. And if you look, if I get a bit of coal in my hand, you'll see in a normal generator, coal gives you 20,000 RF. In these guys, the coal gives you 80,000 RF. So these are a real good start, but they're very slow. So you need to keep your eye on what's going on, or you run out of power really quick. So they're real slow, but they're really good for starting off with. I've got one of them on each of these. I made a sag mill and alloy smelter. I think these are the best option for early game, because they're a very good option for late game as well. These are just a very good all-round. Ender IO is a very good mod all-round, and these are very good for your dealing with your ores. So sag mill, I've done double space, yeah. Sag mill, pretty straightforward. Again, mostly vanilla stuff in there. It's redstone, copper, and gold. So that's like, yeah. So there's nothing new that's added there. Iron bars, obviously vanilla, and the alloy furnace that goes with it. And this gives us a lot of options for making other stuff like these vibrant alloys and energetic alloys. So the alloy furnace is good for lots of stuff. So I like these. So I've made that for my basic ore processing. As you can see, I have been throwing things in there. What happens? This stuff here, silicon. When you put ores in here, they have a chance of creating cobble. And I've got these set to push pull. So you see on top there, push pull. So if I put ores in the chest, it pulls the ores in and pushes them back out, and then if there's bonus cobble, it pulls that back through, makes it into sand, and then pulls that back through, and it can make it into this stuff, silicon. So you make silicon, you can make it from sand, there we go, and obviously you can make sand from cobble, which is why I've got silicon in there. But that'll come in handy later on, so I don't mind that. So that gets triple processed, that's that little bit of bonus cobble, it's triple processed, and you get a bit of silicon from it. The other thing I've got in there is flint. I've put a stack of gravel in there, and the gravel gets turned into flint, and then it feeds itself back into this slot. And what that does is it increases your output, so you get a 20% bonus on your main output. So instead of 2 dusts, you've got a 20% chance of getting 3 dusts. You get a more chance of bonus materials. So if you're doing gold, you get bonus copper. If you're doing copper, you can get bonus gold. And it uses a bit less power, which is also good. So that's why I've got flint in there. It's always worth using gravel and you can grind gravel in this, so you get a guaranteed flint off every bit of gravel. That's pretty cool. And this is just in its furnace mode at the minute, but that's also got an alloy mode that can make things like the energetic alloy, which uses gold, redstone, and glowstone, and things like that. So that's why I'm using that. Like I said, I am going to be using some tech stuff. This is all made out of smooth stone, so I have, of course, come here, I'll have you. I've got under here, just to show you really quickly, I have got, come right down anyway. We've got an Aquis accumulator from thermal expansion and an igneous extruder. The igneous extruder is getting fed water from the Aquis accumulator. It's got a water block on the side of it and the back of it. So I did have my base a bit lower to start with, and then it didn't look right because I was too close to the water level. So I moved it up. So that's why I've spent loads of time today rebuilding everything, because I didn't like the way it looked. It just all looked wrong. I'm still not happy with it, and I don't think I'll be happy with it for a long time, to be honest. But as you can see, I've got a full stack of smooth stone in there, so I've got smooth stone for building. That's why I've done that. This was at this level before I rebuilt the base. Rather than move that, I just thought I might as well leave that in the floor. So that's what's going on there. I've been quite lucky with loot from chests. If we look on the map, that was a little Thaumcraft also thing, the obsidian. There's one there as well. They both have chests. I don't think that's new. I don't think that was there earlier. Unless they've done it on world generation, I'm not sure. What was that I could see up there? It's that thing there, innit? I wonder what that is. I'll have to go look. Really like these big trees. So I'm going to put a bridge across there and build all the way around this cove, I think. My plan was to have like a sky castle, but I might just build around here for now and see what happens later on. Anyway. Look at these guys. Garage doors. These are from carpenter's blocks. I'm going to break this. I'll break the little one upstairs because it's easy to rebuild. So if we smash this, there we go. We've got these guys, carpenter's garage doors, 8 carpenter blocks, gets you 8 of these. So that's the 5 downstairs, and I've got the 3 for up here. So 8 carpenter blocks have got me all 8 of these. If you place them, they have got that texture. I've just got some oak wood chiselled into smooth planks. I'll bang them on there. Of course, you can cover that with whatever you want. And then with the carpenter's hammer, you can go for different patterns. So you can have it so it's flush, so you can have like secret walls that will open at a click. And of course, these someone tested on Sicey's stream yesterday. I think you can go from like Y135 right down to, I don't know, you can have massive walls that you could just open up at a click, which I really like the look of. I've got it set to a little door in a minute, but click again, you've got a few different options. You've got a nice slatted one with like an iron back. It's got like a iron block back to it, which is quite cool. And then you have got one with windows, like a fire station, and one with little windows at the top, which is one that I've been using. Quite like the one with little windows. And then back to the start there. So garage doors, nice addition to carpenter's blocks. Very cool indeed. I like that a lot. So I've got them upstairs and downstairs. That's kind of why I went for a loading bay area. I can't believe I killed myself under there. Oh, look at that. There's a boss creeper. Rare poisonous creeper, the anaerobic. What are you doing in my wheat, you tit? Scaring my sheep. Son of a... As you can see, I have managed to loot 2 essence berry bushes from down in the depths of the well when I've been mining. I've done quite a bit of mining, just because last night I was playing, but like I say, my video was rubbish and I wasn't really feeling recording things, so I've got quite a lot of resources. I've been running around getting some Botania files. I'm going to start with Botania in a minute once I've talked through what I've got in my inventory. Quite a few resources there. From chests, I got 3. I got 2 ender pearls from a chest, and I got 1 from an ender mini that I managed to kill after it killed me once. And I got 1 from, I think it was a zombie boss, like that creeper boss outside. I think a zombie boss gave me an ender pearl, which is weird. From the chests, I've had some records. I want to be collecting all these music discs, so I want to get the pseudo division sigil at some point, which is a massive ritual, which gets you the pseudo division sigil from extra utilities. Like I said, I depth, I made the basic item filters, and then I tried fitting them into the machines, and they, of course, don't go into the machines at all. They go into the conduits, which I haven't got any of. I had 4 single-use fire nets, so I had a little run around, had a little ride around in my boat, and I got 2 cows, and I got 1 sheep, that's a sheep outside, and with the last one, I'm going to go find a witch. Now, if you have been watching my other series, I've got no pocket crafting tool, which is killing me, by the way. When I get some leather, I'm going to make a backpack from the backpack mod. I'm going to make that guy, workbench backpack, big workbench backpack. I'm going to make that guy as soon as I get leather. Ooh, tan leather, brown leather, leather and string, interesting. Yeah, I'm going to make that. So, yeah, we have also got ProjectE in here. So there is the crafting table on the Philosopher's Stone. That's not right. Is it ProjectE? All one word. Look at all this. Red matter shovel, dark matter. Ooh. So I'm going to get into it, but if I do some interesting stuff. If I do the EMC thing, it just trivialises everything. If I do that, I will make a sky castle out of diamond blocks. Maybe even emerald blocks. See if we can do emeralds. I bet emeralds have got. I'll make a sky castle out of emerald blocks if I do ProjectE. How does that sound? Because otherwise, you've got all the resources in the world, and is that him? Yeah, he's gone over there. Where are you going? Keep going. I'm not stopping you. Just making my boat float away. Boats need to be leashable, like horses. There. If Jeb ever watches this, I wonder if you can leash them. I've never even checked. So right, I've got 2 cows. I want to have them in here. This is like these are cows that are waiting to get put on a boat and sent somewhere. Because this is a little storage building, of course. Now I've got some cows. I can stop starving so much. I have that apple though. Let me grab a little bit of wheat I've got out of here, and we'll make a baby cow. Right, I was making. Where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. I am making a survival, jailer safari net. And as I said, if you have been watching my other series, you will see that I have got captive witches feeding my blood altar. I am going to capture a witch and start off my tier 1 blood altar with 1 captured witch, because I'm going to let all the other NPC witches know that I'm coming for them. That's my job on this server, to make the witches fear me. Have a baby cow, please. I hope you don't mind. There's also fireworks every time you get an achievement, which I quite like, and I don't know how long it'll take before it starts to irritate me, but I'm still enjoying it at the minute. I should put that in a chest down there really. Right, night time. I want to go to sleep again. This is not my bed. Where's my bed? Downstairs. Right, and I'm just going to show you what I've made. Oh, got that anaerobic guy. He ain't that close. What if I just got my sleeping bag over here? Bit cheaty, innit? Eating strings of stick seems to give you a bit of debug info, which is quite interesting. These, of course, I've just got off mobs. Mobs have dropped them, so I'll put them on. Right, a quick talk for what's in my inventory. I've made a watering can because I needed to make the crops grow quicker. Watering can is really straightforward. It's 4 iron, a bowl and a bit of bone meal. Fill it with water and it makes your crops grow quicker. So if you stand near your crops, is he gone? Oh shit, he's right underneath me. He ain't gone. Is he invisible? Right, I'm not going near him. Right. So I made a watering can. What else have I got? Shears to shear my shoop outside. A dolly to move chests around, also very straightforward from Jabba. And a Yeta wrench. I had to make some electrical steel, so I used the alloy smelting capability using some of that silicon there and a bit of pulverized coal. Oh, well, it's coal dust, coal powder, there we go. So I made some electrical steel. That got me a Yeta wrench. And I've been using the Project Red emeralds and stuff, but I've run out of them, so I've started using osmium because I don't plan to use much mechanism, at least to start with. I might get into more techie stuff later on. And a carpenter's hammer, pretty straightforward. And the last thing should have in here is a chisel. There we go. So that's what I've got in there. I'm actually going to start by, no I'm not, I was going to make an ender chest, but I've got no blaze powder, so I'm not going to start by making an ender chest at all. I'm going to start by getting into a bit of beginner Botania. So I'm going to do this quick. If you've not seen Botania before, then you might enjoy this. If you have seen Botania before, you're probably sick of seeing this same bit over and over again. And that's not there. There we go. That should be in there. I wanted to actually make a little ender chest setup. They're carpenter's blocks. When you break them, carpenter's slots. When you break them, they lose their texture, so that's a little bit of an issue. This is, of course, an experimental build. So there is going to be issues. This is a beta of this pack. Right, I have made a couple of things I made on camera last night in the footage that I ditched. I have made a petal apothecary, which I need a water source nearby for, so it needs to be down here really. So I should be doing my petaling, let's say, down here. So let's get a couple of buckets of water in there. There's one, and I have to go brave the outside. See what? You absolute tit. He was invisible, wasn't he? At least he's gone. Tell you what, I'll cut camera, I'll tire this off, and my cup of tea is going cold. I'll be back in a sec. Okay then, I'm back, and that thing up there was some cobblestone, some iron bars, and some skulls. So I pinched it because the skeleton skulls will come in quite useful, and I throw in there 3 skeleton skulls. Cool. So let's carry on. And by the way, if you want to know, that seems to be a good way of duping the garage doors, because when that creeper blew that door up, I've replaced it, and I've got an extra 9 garage doors, so I'm going to bin them. But if you want to dupe garage doors, do they have an EMC value? And you need to get creepers blowing your doors up. What are you guys doing? Should probably breed some more of them, but I'll do that in a bit. So, first thing I want to do is, with Petal Apothecary, which I should show you the recipe for, if you've never used Botania. I apologise again if you have. Cobble slabs and 1 petal. I used a blue petal, that's why I've got 1 left. You get petals by putting any of the Botania flowers into a crafting table. It gets you 2 blue petals. From there you can make them into dyes as well. This is quite interesting. The version I've played with this, you could put the normal flowers into floating ones, and you could put the, I think, glimmering ones, but if you look now, you can actually put the generating flowers, floating day blooms, so that might make more interesting ways of, if you put day blooms next to each other, they share power rather than putting the power out properly. But by the look of it, it looks like Vasky's added it so that you can get all kind of floating flowers that make it so we can get more power out of them. Cool. And floating jade amaranthus. So the first flowers we're going for are, well, not floating ones, but well, I might as well leave that there because they're all there. We're not going for the floating version. The floating version of them seems to be dirt and a pasture seed, and a pasture seed is just a bit of grass. I think we'll get to that later. But it doesn't actually show the recipes for these, but I presume they're the same. Right, what we're actually going to go for. The first thing we need is a pure daisy. This is the first flower that everyone needs, is a pure daisy, and we need some way of generating mana. So we're going to go with day blooms because they're the easiest thing to generate mana. And we also need a couple of other things: a mana spreader and a mana pool. But for that, we need the pure daisy because we need living wood and living stone for them. So I'm going to go ahead and make a pure daisy. For that, you just need 4 white petals, which is 2 white flowers. So, is that not going in? Yeah, I've gone in yet. So if you just, there's different ways of doing this. You can click it with it on your bar. I like pressing Q. Just go into your thing and press Q. Then you need to throw some seeds in after it. And what that's given us there is a pure daisy. Now, this one itself is not going to do us any good because it needs mana to feed on. So if we go and plant this, and we want some smooth stone with it. Let's grab a stack of stone. Let me help, please. And my base is really planned badly, isn't it? Everything about this base is planned badly. I've really frustrated myself with everything I've done. So I'm pretty sure this won't work on its own because this is a generating flower. I managed to find a apple tree as well, which is quite useful. Alright, I'll see. Put you down here. This is where my first flowers are going to be. I haven't got a shovel, so it's taking me hours to do this bit. So if I put you there and put some stone next to you, oh, the part effect is happening. So does a pure daisy actually need mana to work? Yeah, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't need mana. We're getting little white particle effects off these small stones, which would suggest that the pure daisy is generating this anyway. Well, every day is a school day. I've just learnt something new. That you don't actually need. You possibly don't need mana to get living wood, living stone. So I'll cut camera it, I'll see if this turns into living stone, and I'll show you it, and I'll make some wood as well. And I'm back, and this does actually work with no mana, which is perfect. I've got some more smooth stone there, I've got some logs there. I have made some living rock, and I've made some living wood. So they're the things we're going to need in just a moment. I went on a little journey. I want a jaded amaranthus, and for that I need 2 purple, 1 lime, and 1 mystical green. I don't have no mystical green flowers, so I went looking for them. I actually got a bit brave. I took my jailer safari net that I've made, and I was trying to look for a witch. Unfortunately for me, and ignore that, I thought I was clicking the watering can. I found a wither witch with a wither cat with it, and the wither cat owned me. So be careful if you're playing that. There are some nasty things around, wither cats and wither witches. Ender Zoo, I think it's adding this nasty stuff. They drop these ender fragments so they can make ender pearls out of. But yeah, we've got ender mini, ender creeper, fallen knight, fallen steed, wither witch, wither cat, and a dire wolf. Oh Christ! So yeah, I got a bit owned. There we go. See, them 3 have changed into living wood. Them 3 have changed to living stone. Them 3 have changed to living wood. I placed these 2 a little bit later on, so these There we go, there's that one, and then this one should change any second. There we go. So that is how you make that. This will be getting automated. I was going to automate it in my other series as well, but I'm definitely going to automate in this series because I want to build with this stuff. You can turn these into bricks and stuff, stairs, and various different things. So, alright, we're going to need some of that in just a minute. First of all, we're going to make our first generating flower. Now, what we're going to make is, we want yellow petals, 6 orange petals and 6 mystical light blue petals. There we go, and the other ones can go back in there, and 12 seeds. And what we can do with these is put these in a row like so. If we go Q Q Q Q Q, we get a day bloom. Wonderful. And unfortunately, I need to keep filling this back up with water, and then back into inventory. So 2 yellow, 1 orange, 1 light blue, and a seed. I think it can be any seed. I use vanilla ones. I think it could be any seed. I'm going to make 12 of them in total. That's going to be our day blooms. So I'll make the rest of them off camera. We also need a couple of other things. First thing we're going to need is, I've got no crafting table here. Why would I have? I need that blue petal as well. So if we run up here to a crafting table, really need to get some leather off them cows for this, so I can make a pocket deep survivalist backpack one. Them, and I need a gold ingot. Gets me a mana spreader. We need one of them. What a mana spreader does, that takes mana that gets generated by the day blooms, and that directs it to somewhere, and that somewhere we're going to direct it to is a mana pool. Now I'm going to make 2 of these. These are called dilute mana pools. Once you have got mana in a mana pool, if you mouse over it, you can see there we have another mana pool in my hand. Where'd it go? Oh. There's a weird thing where things don't show up in your inventory if you place one of the same. See that it's got a cross over it because there's no mana in there. Once there's mana in that pool, once there's enough, I can turn this dilute one into a full-blown mana pool, which holds much more mana. There we go, so there's a full-blown mana pool, and that's how you make them. So I'll eventually make both these dilute ones into full-blown ones. And the other plant we want to make, this is the first plant I want to make, really, is the first, these are generating plants. This is the first actual use plant we need is, I can't do that until I've got mana actually. Jaded Amaranthus. For that, we use 3 purple petals, a light green, a lime green, sorry, and a green. But 2 of the purple petals need to be mana petals, and what that means is they need thrown into a mana pool that has mana in it. So I can't actually make the Jaded Amaranthus yet. What I'll do is I'll get as many of these made as I can. I'll get them set up somewhere where they're generating mana, and I'll get one of these pools made, and then we can turn them into petals, and we can make that into a Jaded Amaranthus. And what that does, that creates flowers from the mana that these generate. The other thing we're going to want is a Horn of the Wild. Horn of the Wild, living wood, and this guy, pasture seed. Pasture seed is just some grass thrown into the mana pool with mana in it as well. So I shall get some grass using my shears, and we'll be able to do that. And there we are then. You can see I have placed my day blooms. I had the mana spreader facing straight at this diluted mana pool. I threw the other diluted mana pool in, which made it into a full mana pool, and I just left that there because I want to show you. I'm going to have to break that in a minute. If we want to use the mana out of that, if we tried making what's it called again? Oh, all these different recipes. Christ, look at it all. It's called a mana diamond. As if I didn't remember that. You can see I can't do that in there, but I can do that in there. I actually want one of these. I actually want 2 of these, but I'm going to start with 1. Because, so as soon as I throw that in there, that's become a mana diamond. I also want to throw 2 of these purple petals in there, don't I, if you remember. So 1, 2. That's got us 2 of them mana petals, which is good. Now, you see that I've had to make this other tool here. Just 3 living wood twigs, which is 2 living wood. With any colour petals I used I went with a joker, purple and lime green. And what I can do with that is a couple of things. One is, if you mouse over any of these flowers, you can see which mana spreader they're going to. So these are all going to that mana spreader, because that's the only one here, which makes sense. When I placed that, I placed it facing this way, so it was automatically putting the mana in there. I've changed it to there. To do that, you shift right click that to make it into band mode. Shift right click what you want to band. and shift right click what you want to bind it to, and it'll point at it. That's full, so I actually want to point it to there. So that's pointing at that pull now instead of that one. That mana's gone down. How has that gone down? It's interesting. Has it shared it with that? I don't get how that's gone down. I've not put anything in it. But anyway, we've got some of the bits we need to make the jaded amaranthus now. We've not got all the bits though. You can see we need the redstone root, which is just grass and redstone. That's easy enough. But we need this rune of spring. A rune of spring needs a thing called a runic altar, and a runic altar is what we need the mana diamond for. You can use a mana pearl, which is an ender pearl thrown in there, but I want a mana diamond because I've got a couple more diamonds at the minute. So I'm going to make one of them. The second one of these I want. Should I use it now? I ain't got enough mana in there anyway, look, so I won't use it now. We'll go back down here. I've got another couple of things to craft to finish this. What I want to do is I want to finish the automation of this jaded amaranthus before this episode finishes, and the episode's getting on a bit. Getting a bit long, I don't want to go too long. I've done something else. For automating the jaded amaranthus, I also wanted autonomous activator. Pretty straightforward. Tin gears, pneumatic servo, stuff like that. Instead of making one, I thought I might as well make 3, and I've placed 2 underneath these 2 mana plants. Essence berries, mana plants? That's not even a thing. It's these essence berry bushes. And what we also need for them is a vacuum chest. I need one for there, I need a vacuum chest for up there as well. So I'm going to make a vacuum chest. For a vacuum chest, first of all I need some pulsating iron, which in my island soil set is an iron ingot and an ender pearl. What I need is nuggets. What I need 16, so I need 2 ingots worth. So I've used 2 of my ender pearls there, and I want 2 lots of them around there. The other nuggets can go in there. Around 2 diamonds. And that gets us 2 of these guys, pulsating crystals, and then them with chests and iron gets us vacuum chests. Wonderful. I want 2 of them. So what we're automating here is we are automating our essence berry bushes. So if I use my watering can on there, you will see that whenever that grows, the autonomous activator underneath just pops the berry off the bush, and the vacuum chest is sucking it up. So that is now automated. They're automated essence plants. Whenever the berry grows, it's going to get popped off and sucked up into there. So that's fully automated now. Don't have to do anything with that. That's fine. I probably will turn that into liquid later. You can turn them into liquid by getting another autonomous activator to eat it. So by pumping it into another one, eating it, and then turning it into a vacuum hopper. But I've got no obsidian yet. I've got no way of getting obsidian yet, so I can't do that yet. As you can see, they're going up there. We've got an autonomous activator, and we have got a vacuum chest for the build up top. We also need a horn of the wild, which needs grass in there. Right, so next then, I need a bit of grass for the redstone thing as well, don't I? So and I need my shears to get grass. And what else do I need? Oh, I've got enough leather to get a workbench backpack. Wonderful. Leather around the workbench. Is this a bag as well? It is a bag. So I right click it. I've got some inventory slots on the bottom. By the look of it. That's wonderful. So I can carry my wrench and stuff with me. That's ace. And I've got a crafting table at the top. I like it a lot. So they can go in there. So if I just throw these down, a vacuum chest will just suck them up. Wonderful. So right click on that. It's opening this up for me. And put my watering can and my dolly and stuff in there. And I'm jealous of firing it. So I've got a little bit of room in my bag until I make my ender pouch and stuff. So that's all good. Happy with that. Very happy. Let's run back upstairs. See what's what. I'm sleeping as soon as night time starts. I thought the sun should be over there, but I don't seem to get it over here. Is it because of the biome I'm in? Does the biome block the sun? I'm sure it sets over that way. Where are you, son? Oh, it's over that way. So how are we doing with this? That one looks very, very shallow, doesn't it? I can craft stuff here. Excellent. So what we need, 5 of them around. I need to put the okay then. I need to put the crafting materials in there as well. So that's not just storage space. Runic altar. 5 of the living rock around that mana diamond we made. Gets us a runic altar. Wonderful. Now for this, we actually have to place it and direct mana at it from a mana pool. So I need another mana spreader. So I've made a second mana spreader. That's going to go there. And because I've placed just the way I placed it there, that's actually already facing that runic altar. So we don't have to do anything with that. We don't have to use the Wander the Forest or anything. We can use the Wander the Forest, it doesn't hurt. What I'll do, I'll just change the angle a little bit. Look. But that would have been facing that anyway. What we can do now is I can get all the bits required. Right, so I need some grass, don't I? Give me my shears. Let's find some grass. 1 and 2. One of these I want to combine with redstone. That's my redstone root, that's for the jaded amaranthus. So all the things down here are for the jaded amaranthus and the automation of it. And so the sun sets that way then, okay. And the moon comes up that way, that's what I've seen over there. I've seen the moon over there, haven't I? Come on, it's night time. I want to sleep on what? I want to sleep on my sleeping bag. Is it because I was still over that flower? Didn't want a spike in my bum. Every time I see that wither cat message in my chat, it horrifies me. So, redstone root, right, what else did I need? I need to put a bit of grass in there. Now, can the grass go in there? No, see look, it's got a little cross, so that won't work. If I throw it in, nothing happens. Throw it in that one, got a tick. Throw it in that one, get a pasture seed, wonderful. And I didn't bring any living wood. It's going to take a while for that to fill up, so I'll make this Horn of the Wild. And then I'll cut camera again. Where's my energy so low? How would that happen? Have I been fighting someone? Was that zombie? I wasn't even paying attention to my health. My health was that low. Pressure pads. Work on them by the way. Pressure pad underneath, even though it's connected to the top. Still works. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Down here then. I'm making more wood as you can see. I need some wood. And with my super crafting thing. Now this is, it says there tier 1. Sites mentioned that you can upgrade these and make them better. I shall be looking into how to upgrade it. Look at that clear. Cool. Horn of the Wild. Just yep, shift clicking the question mark works. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm liking this more and more. It's not as quick as a pocket crafting table, but it's certainly got some good functionality. So there we go. I've got a Horn of the Wild. Horn of the Wild is an amazing bit of kit. What it does is I'm on the wrong floor. What it does, if we go up here, and there's a bit of noise outside my door, you might be able to hear. What this does is it pulls any plants towards you. So breaks any plants. It doesn't pull them towards you. Sorry, I need a vacuum. I need some kind of magnetism thing for that. But what this does, it breaks any plants, but it doesn't break the producing plants. So it doesn't break them day blooms. It will not break the jaded amaranthus. The jaded amaranthus will create normal plants. Wonderful. The jaded amaranthus will create normal plants for me, which I can then use the vacuum hopper, the vacuum chest to suck up. The jaded amaranthus will have this near it, and in that, set to right click, we will have that, and that will automatically break any of the plants. So what I'm doing here is I'm automating the production of Botania flowers, because automated Botania flowers means I can make more plants back when I've got enough mana. Right then, I've been on a bit of a journey. It turned out that I was not reading this well enough, and looking at this, I need a rune of spring. Looking at the rune of spring, need a rune of water, rune of fire. Rune of water is pretty straightforward. Mana steel is just iron, throw it into your mana pool. Fishing rod, sugar, cane and bone meal. But it also needs a rune of fire. Rune of fire needs nether brick and nether wart. Very luckily for me, I had 3 nether wart. Maybe that's, I don't know where they're from. I've either got them from a mob drop or from one of the chests that I've looted. I've got one in my inventory and I've got another 2 in there. So I had 3 nether wart from somewhere, which was really useful. I have had to go to the nether to get some netherrack, because if you cook netherrack in your alloy smelter, you get another brick, and it's exactly what I needed. So I've just jumped into the nether, done nothing else, just jumped in, grabbed a little bit of netherrack right from the portal, come back out, and look, unfortunately for me, it put me to someone else's base. Someone else's base right down there. I don't know whose base that is, but I had to build a boat and come all the way back from there. Because I had to go into the nether, I just decided to make a diamond pickaxe. Got myself some obsidian. As I had some obsidian, I thought I might as well make a chunk loader. Chunk loaders keep your base loaded if you're new to modded Minecraft. So chunk loader is an enchanting table with gold and an ender pearl around it. And if we look on the map on the Opis here, we can see loaded chunks. The green chunks are the ones that are being loaded by me, players load chunks, and the blue chunks are the ones that are being loaded by chicken chunks. It says there chicken chunks 9, so it looks like I'm the only person with a chicken chunks chunk loader. It also says there's dimensional anchors 26, so someone's using dimensional anchors, which is a different mod we've got on the server, I believe. Let's oops, I've left that on. And I don't want to make the episode too long, so I need to rush. I think dimensional anchors are certainly, yeah, they are. There's 4 gold around a block of iron, so they're a lot cheaper. But I think I prefer the chicken loaded one anyway. When I played before, I preferred the chicken one anyway. The portal I've made is a 3x3. At 1.7.10 adds different shaped portals. And I didn't realise, I forgot all about that. And then I remembered the other day after seeing it on I think a DocM vanilla video that is portals. I wasn't sure if it was 1.8 or 1.7. It turns out it was 1.7.2 brought in the different shaped portals. So I've got a 3x3 portal over there. It's always bothered me the portals being 2 because I always build odd. So with them being 3, I can now put them into a build a bit nicer. Just killed a mob up here. It was called a Ninja Berserk zombie, and he dropped that power 3 punch 1 buck. It's quite nice. I thought I'd show you that. And I made a hardened satchel, which is a satchel, wool, leather, 2 bits of tin, and then you can upgrade that by putting tin and a bit of invar. Invar is just iron and a bit of ferrous. So I've got a hardened satchel. I haven't got much room in it yet. It's only got 2 slots. Can upgrade it again for 2 more slots, but you can enchant this as well. So once I've got enchanting inside, you can enchant that and make it quite big. It's a holding 4 resonant satchels, pretty damn big. You can hold a lot of stuff in it. So I've got that. The upgrade for this, well, I remember, is a book and quill, and what that does is it allows it to store 9 book and quill. I say, look, I made a boat. A book and quill allows you to store 9 recipes in it. I made a boat to get back from that base over there. So what I need to do now is I need to make a rune of fire. First thing we need to do is chuck 3 iron in there. I'll be making armour out of this next episode, by the way, this mana steel stuff, and with a mana tablet the mana should stop me getting damaged. So see, right clicking on there is the sun going down. Best be quick. You can right click on it, or again you can just press Q, stood over it, nether wart, gunpowder. So they're all floating around that. If I click it with my wand, you'll see a little green bar starts to fill there. It shows it's making a fire rune. We also need to drop a living rock on top of there. And can I sleep while that's doing? I can. There was a blood moon. I don't know what that is. You don't have permission to use this command. I don't think I used the command. I don't know if I tried to sleep or using the sleeping bag caused that. I'm not sure what caused that. You see that that's full. Wonderful. When I came back up here, the dilute mana pool was empty, so it looks like it's siphoned into there. I can only presume that's what's happened, or it's just evaporated, I'm not sure. So there we go, that gets us those lovely runes of fire. So now if we combine those, so what I need is a rune of water, a rune of fire, 3 saplings, any kind of sapling, and a wheat. I believe that's everything I need to now make a rune of, is it summer? And now because I'm chunk loaded, of course, it's a spring, rune of spring, okay. And, I've run out of mana. See there, it's run out of mana, so I'm going to have to cut until I've got enough mana. So that's the last thing I need to do with mana, isn't it? yeah, I've got everything else. So I can finish this build off once I've got the last bit of mana, and we can wrap the episode up. Hooray! We've got enough mana. I can now throw my stone on top of there, climb up on top, throw my living rock on top of there, give that a click. Oh, fucking. Do that for. I need to get it out first. That's what I get for planning ahead. Damn vacuum chest sucked the thing up, didn't it? Living rock goes on there. We have got a slick rune of spring, wonderful, and now we need to go back. I should have brought the petal apothecary up here. I should have got to go back to the petal apothecary, which I've left down there. Stupidly, I should have brought it up here with me so we could have wrapped up quicker. Down we go. So now you need to go rune of spring, redstone root, 2 purple mana petals, green petal, lime petal, purple petal, and seeds. And we have got a wonderful jaded amaranthus. Excellent. Now I'm going to have no trouble making day blooms or thermalilies. I'm a bit partial to thermalilies. Thermalilies and the blood magic serenade of the nether work really well together. It's what I've used maybe a bit excessively in my other current series. It's what I plan to use very excessively in this series. Even though that is a bit samey, I apologise, but it works really nicely. So there we go. Jaded Amaranthus goes there, and what should happen is, as you can see, this guy is using mana on that mana pool, so I wasn't sure if he's going to be close enough, but it certainly seems like he is. If we look at the Jaded Amaranthus, you should see that it's linked to that mana pool over there. You can see the little box full of mana. Wonderful. So we've got a nice little setup there, producing flowers, and all I need to do now then is put that guy in there. Bam. As you see, that is just sucking all the plants up. We've got automated Botania flowers. Now the problem is I can only fit so many in there. I've not got it attached to a barrel system or anything yet. I could make a barrel system. I've probably got enough barrels to do that, enough wood to do that, so I may set up a barrel system. The other thing I need, as you may well guess, is a sound muffler, which is pretty straightforward. It's just a note block, I believe. A note block with wool around it. A note block is redstone with wood around it. So I shall make a sound muffler to make that a bit quieter. And there we go. I'm going to wrap up the episode there. I hope it wasn't too long, and I hope it wasn't boring if you've done Botania before. We have got automated flowers, so we can produce a lot more stuff. Next episode, I'll be looking at making some mana steel armour and tools. So of course we make mana steel by throwing iron ingots into the mana pool there. So hopefully I'll have enough mana for that. And if we have got a thing called a mana tablet in our inventory that's full of mana, then any damage the armour takes gets repaired by that. So basically what I'm doing is I'm making self-repairing armour. I'm also going to make a start on blood magic, and now I'm going to make a start on Thaumcraft in episode 2. Have I got enough mana to... Oh, certainly I've not got enough mana to throw that in there. Okay, right, I'll wrap up now then. Cheers, bye!